to start off on environment, the operations of the fish mill in Sanyang has been suspended until the requirements have been fulfilled. Also, the one in Katong has been closed because the water treatment plant is not in the right shape and the case has been taken to court. Meanwhile, the president was informed that the VDC wants the plant to be reopened, but the technical advice the president got was that it cannot reopen unless it has the required standard. On land disputes, the president gave an assignment to find out the hotspots that are crisis areas in the country, and it has been reported that 40 sites have been identified, and these sites are under dispute. Therefore, the president has set up an interim crisis committee, management committee, to take temporary measures until the land commission has been set up. On the internal security, interior, the situation is calm until the Brikama incident where a man was killed. Investigations were done, and the president was informed that the people who were initially accused and as reported was not the case, and the actual killer has confessed, and the witness who was there also confessed, and they are now under remand. The printing of the national identity cards, the contractor is Simlex, and the details of the contract, I think you have been informed, are under review, and the president has been told that the agreement being reviewed is at its final stage. Also, on the interior, the deputy IGP, Momar Job, has been confirmed as Inspector General of Police, and the Deputy Inspector of General of Police is Abdoulaye Sanyang. Also, on the security, the president has sent a condolence letter to the economic commander, Colonel Fulgans Noor, on the death of one of the members of his command, Staff Sergeant Abubakar Abdullahi, a Nigerian who passed away last week. On justice, the president has also been updated that it was no longer tenable to have Mr. Alaji Kurang as secretary to the Janneh Commission, and he has been replaced. Furthermore, on transportation, a policy decision has been reached to allocate some of the Turkish buses that were donated to the Gambia to the Edward Francis Small Hospital, Teaching Hospital, MDI, University of the Gambia, Gambia National Army, and the rest will be used for public transportation, but they will be maintained by the Gambia Transport Service Company. Meanwhile, the government vehicle policy has been finalized and will be submitted to the National Assembly for approval. On agriculture, the president has been informed that the French government is interested in supporting irrigation farming in the Upper River region. Update on the Faraba victims. He has been told that the victims who have been admitted, most of them have been released, and none of them have been said to need overseas treatment. Therefore, the one or two are still admitted who are undergoing treatment. On the social security issue, a new board that has been set up will meet the new finance minister, and if there is need, there will be an independent body to look into the matter. Meanwhile, the sit-down strike ended yesterday by the staff. It ended yesterday. President Barrow also accepted the resignation of former Vice President Fatoumata Tambajang from the government and the offer to serve in the Foreign Service in a letter dated 4th of July. On upcoming engagements of the president, he will open the ECOWAS Regional Competition Authority meeting tomorrow, Thursday, 12th July, in Bijilo, and will later conduct the cabinet meeting. On Friday, His Excellency will be holding a meeting with the heads of the Gambia Police Force at State House. Also, on his engagements, His Excellency, on Monday, the 16th of July, will embark on a nationwide tour to meet with a cross-section of Gambians and discuss national development issues. As you may be aware, it is a constitutional requirement for the President to go around the country at least once in a year to hear the concerns of the people, see firsthand development projects, and to share with them the government development plans and policies. On that note, I thank you for your attention. I will now take your question. As usual, please identify yourself and the media house you represent here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Director of Press and Public Relations, my name is Abubakar Sidika. I am a freelance journalist and a program anchor, Star FM Radio. My first question has to do with the Janneh Commission. Mr. Kura has been terminated, his contract has been terminated. We are informed that he has leveled certain allegations against Council Abibu Sule. And these allegations are not yet substantiated. And he is asked to leave the contract. My question to you as the Director of Press is, if these allegations are proven in the future, what will happen to Abibu Sule? If the allegations are proven, because now it is not yet substantiated, and who is responsible to investigate these allegations, whether they are true or not? That's my first question.
What I have to say on that matter is that the President was informed that, remember, he's giving technical advice, and the advice he got was that it was no longer tenable to work with Mr. Kurang in the commission. That was something that came from the Ministry of Justice, and the advice came through the Minister of Justice to the President, and that is the information we have so far. Whatever else you're talking about has not been put to the President.
My question, I have two questions. One is going to whether the newly sworn in ministers and the Vice President, was there any official handing over between the one that were removed and the one that were replaced them? And two is that when are we going to have our bi-yearly one-to-one interview with the President? So there are a lot of issues hanging around that need to be answered.
Thank you very much. On the first one, that is the handing over, the process is going on. Some have completed, some are yet to complete. The process is going on from the old ones to the new ones. And on the biannual meeting with engagement with the President through the media is going to happen, but it will be later in August instead of July, because there are some engagements that are going to happen in between, and some of you will appreciate why that move, because we have to give priority to, everything is a priority, but there are priorities over priorities. And this is what the situation is. And when it is time, we are going to announce it so that everybody will be aware. But I would like to inform you that the format is going to change for this time. We have noticed that the President went through over 20 interviews one-to-one the last time we did it. And it was tiring, and we realized that it's the same questions almost everybody asked in the one-to-one questions. So this time, we're changing the approach. He agreed to have few interviews, and those interviews, we are going to spread them across the different media platforms. That is, we'll have the private media, radio, television. We'll have online one. We'll have the national media, of course, will be given priority. I'm sure you will all agree with me with that. But at the end of the day, we'll have the main press conference we'll, instead of making it 1 hour, we'll make it longer so that everybody will have the opportunity to ask the questions. And if there are some international requests also for interviews, we are considering all of those depending on the time frame, whether it will be finalized or not, because they also have to do their arrangements in terms of flying in and out. So all those things will be put into consideration. But this time it will not be the one-to-one as we usually do for 20 interviews in 2 days. That's really, I don't think that happens anywhere. But what we were all trying to do is to accommodate everybody, because they are all Gambian media of interest to the Gambia. So that was the reason why we did it. But we have realized that it is not realistic, and it is tiring, and if the questions varied, then it would not have been a problem. But we realized that it's the same questions everybody asked. So we said, instead of doing it individually now, this time we'll offer one-to-one interviews. Already we have had two requests, one from television, a private television, one from a private media, which will be given consideration, and of course the rest will be first come, first serve. And the priority that will be given, apart from the national radio and television, the rest will be first come, first serve. So once we send out the information, some are proactive, they are requested, and they will be given consideration as one of those who priority requests, just to make sure that we bring justice to everybody and for everybody to access the information from the president. This is what I have to say. Yes, Lami. Yes. Lami.
Thank you very much. My name is Alain Sisse from QTV. You made mention of the resignation of the former Vice President, which has been accepted by the President. I want to know, did she resign before her eventual sacking? If yes or no, what were the reasons that she advanced for her resignation from the government?
Okay. No, she did not resign before she was relieved. She resigned after she was informed that she will be given a position in the Foreign Service, where she declined it based on personal reasons and professional reasons. That's what she said in the letter. So, and it was accepted by the President. So to answer your question specifically, it was not before she was relieved. It was after she was she has been relieved and offered this other service that she could serve, that she has declined to accept. Yes.
Yeah, I'm Lamin Kande, iAfrica TV. My question is regarding the commission. Don't Mr. President take into consideration if someone have to be working somewhere and have seen to it that there are irregularities that are happening, inform the authorities that put them to that position. By the end of the day, resulting to the individual's job. Is that not sending another signal to certain people who may believe that if one reports certain things that may be to your domain or even at your domain, but if you don't have close associates at the leadership of the country, as many believe that if you see the individual have to be sent home because he is not that linked to the leadership, is that not sending another signal to certain government officials not to link or not to inform their superior of certain things that may be happening in their respective institutions?
First of all, I would say that it is wrong to assume that something has been, to take a decision on assumption. The president should not take decisions on assumption, and I don't think he's doing that. All the information he's giving is based on the technical information he's getting from the relevant technical advisors. And in this case, the information came to him through the Ministry of Justice. And that is all we have to say. And if you want to know whether the allegation is true or false or what, that one you have to get the details from the Ministry of Justice. On whether you are associated to the leadership, I think that is wrong, because nobody should be treated because of your relationship with the leadership or not. It's about justice, it's about the right thing, and making sure that the right procedure is followed in everything we do. So I would not think that the president will treat people based on their association with any leadership for that matter.
Follow up?
On the same issue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, on the same issue, what did the presidency set up anything like an investigation on the matter, or is it that they've sent the individual to go home and the commission still continues, or they have set up an investigation on the said allegations?
Until the time of talking to you at this point in time, all I have been informed is that the president was informed about the situation with Mr. Kurang, and that he has been relieved of that responsibility, and somebody else has been there. That is why I said if you want more information on the details, it's what the president has been informed that I am discussing with you. But if you want to discuss the details of what happened, how it should happen, and details, I will refer you to the Ministry of Justice. And maybe also if you have the opportunity to, when the government spokesperson starts his discussion with the media, maybe you'll be able to have more information. But so far, I am restricting myself to what the president was informed about on this issue. Yes, sir.
My name is Angela Janko from West African Democracy Radio. Ma'am, for transparency's sake, even though although we know that the president is mandated or is empowered by the Constitution to hire and fire, a lot of speculation have been going around regarding the sacking of the former vice president. For transparency's sake, do we know what the reason really is?
Maybe you are not satisfied with the reason that is given to you, but that is the reason that has been available to us, that the president has the prerogative from time to time to review his cabinet or appointments he has made to decide whatever he wants to do with that in the interest of the country, and I think he has made it clear in his statement. I don't think there's any more information regarding that. That's all we have.
I want to ask one question and one follow-up. The follow-up is a very quick one. It's about the land dispute. The land disputes you've talked about, like you said, they have identified 40 hotspots. Since the regime change, we know that there have been quite a lot of land issues from Congo South to mining areas. But when will this land commission, like the commission that's going to look into this kind of issues and look at lands that were grabbed by powerful people from some people, be returned to them, when will we have that land commission? And the second one is about the appointment of the vice president, foreign service. Where was he appointed? Where was he appointed before the resignation?
Thank you very much. The first one is about the hotspots, when the land commission will start. I think if you recall the last press briefing, you were informed that the Ministry of Justice is working on this because they are the technical experts for legal issues, and they are the ones who will come up with the proposals that should be submitted to the president for consideration. So that is the situation. So far, we have no specific time as to when it will happen, but we know that the process is on. On the appointment before the former vice president resigned from that position, in the foreign service, I don't think I'm in a position to give you the exact position that was suggested to her, proposed to her. But I know she has been given a proposal to serve in the Foreign Service, and she decided to decline that proposal, and it was accepted.
Good morning, my name is Mo Ligara from Television Services. My name is Mo Ligara, I'm from Television Services. I just wanted to ask about the death of the commit officer. Was this natural, or was there an incident that led to his death?
The information we got was it was natural death, and in fact the arrangements are being made for the body to be taken to Nigeria, and those are diplomatic things and security issues that they have to sort out, but the process is on. So in the meantime, the president felt it was important to express his feelings regarding the situation to the commander who is on the ground regarding the death of this gentleman, the sergeant. Thank you. Any other comment, questions? If not, we call it a day. Okay. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in 2 weeks. Well, maybe one announcement I need to make is regarding the tour, the presidential tour.
Chromium Extra Bonanza.
Extra Bonanza.
20 major winners every 20th from February to July.
Chromium 2020. Recharge $100 credit or more to be one of the 20 lucky winners. Every month, 20 winners.
15 winners will get rice, sugar, and cooking oil. There will also be a winner for a refrigerator, win flat screen TV, win a generator, win a motorbike, or an iPhone 6.
Chromium Extra Bonanza. Draw starts 20th of every month. Live on GRTS and Paradise FM. Chromium 2020.
Terms and conditions apply.
Chromium. We are better together.
To confirm your availability and the house, your media house.